So, for you budding content creators out there that use DaVinci for your editing software on YouTube, I've got some tips and tricks for you on how I create YouTube shorts at the same time as when I create the long form video. It's dead easy to do, and getting straight into it, whenever I create a long form video, whether it's 10 minutes or half an hour, I always put at the beginning like an intro. It's a hook basically. And if I'm removing something from a car, doing some diagnostics, then I go back through the video that I've created. I simply look through, find some interesting points in there, and I will take that clip of maybe me removing the part 1 second, me fixing the part another second, me putting the part back on again another second. And what people then can see without too much of the video being exposed is what the video is all about, and they're very much more likely, I think, then to watch a longer duration of the full form video. But by doing that at the beginning, it does two things. First of all, I think it gets the engagement, gets straight into it. I'm not boring the viewer by saying, today I'm going to show you how to do a diagnostic on a Mercedes SL. The people know that because they found the video, it's in the title, so don't go belittling them in that way. Instead, go straight in with a little bit of action. That's how I do it. So now you got that hook at the beginning. What you can now use is that information to create your short, and that's all I do. And it's dead easy to do because on DaVinci, there's a little option in the bottom right-hand corner, which you just click once and it gives you a vertical option, because most people that watch shorts, they use it on their mobile phone, so you need it in that portrait position. Then all you have to do is look at the individual clips and make sure that they're centered, because they're going to be slightly different formats. Make sure that you maybe need to zoom out a little bit more. It doesn't take long to do. And then once you've finished, you've now got a short as well as your long form content. What's good about that short is it will drive, I believe, more traffic to the main video. You're not going to get a lot of money out of it, to be honest with you. You can have thousands of views and make literally pennies, it's nothing. But I don't do it for the money. The reason you got a short there is actually because it will come up on people's phone as a sort of like a Instagram reel, like the YouTube shorts have. That will then be linked because YouTube tells you when you upload it, which there's an option there and it says related video for the short. You link it to that so that when somebody is watching that short, they are then able to find your main video. It's dead easy. So this is how I create my shorts. It's dead easy to do. I'll walk you through it.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
So whenever I'm creating any content, what I do is kill two birds with one stone. And at the beginning of all my videos, I always do like a hook to show a little brief overview of what the video is going to be, some really good clips in there so that you can actually get a feel of it within the first 30 seconds to a minute. All I need to do is go back to the beginning of that and edit it so that it's in the phone portrait format. So what I do is very simply, I go over to my file and I press Save Project As, and I just call it short. I've already done the long form video, so this is just a short one. Now, it's going to ask me about creating a copy of the cache. I don't need the cache because it's for the whole 20-minute video, so I'm not going to copy that. Then I go down to the little cog here, and I'm just going to change the vertical resolution. That's it. And we press save. Now, I'm going to go to the beginning of my video from where I've got all the quick clips as a little hook. You can see there that some of it's cut short and you're not seeing it all. So I go to where my little logo comes in, which is here. I'll just press play, you can see. And anything forward from that I don't need. So a simple thing is click on that particular frame, press Option on Y, and if you now look at it, all the images to the right, all the data to the right, you can now delete. Gone. But let's open it up a bit so we can see the timeline. And this here, the 36 seconds is what I am going to create my short on. But if I press play at the beginning, I'm not in the center of the shot and it's a little bit hard to see. So what you've got to do is simply go to each of the frames. It doesn't take long, and either enlarge it or reduce it down or move it slightly. So there's the first frame, and I've got my screwdriver there. So that looks pretty central. Let's move that over there so we can see what we are doing. Press play. Next one, you can see that the detail's off the center of the screen, so let's move that over. That's fine. And then that one there, that could be a little bit more in the center as well. We'll move that there. So now when I press those three individual clips, good. This one here, a little bit to the right, so let's bring that into the middle. And also, I could probably zoom out just a little bit there as well. Just watch the black bars at the bottom of the screen. And there, you can see exactly what's going down. So if I press play now, nice. Here, you can't see the actual content, which is me removing the screen, importantly. So I'm going to move that over and I'm going to centralize it. Let's move it up. And you can also zoom in on that if you wanted to as well. Let's do a little dynamic zoom and see how that looks. There you go, that looks nice. So let's press that again. That's good. Just going to move that slightly over to the right. One more go. Perfect. That shot's a little bit to the left, to the right, so I'm just going to move it slightly. And that one there could do with just coming out slightly there. I'm going to move it slightly to the left so you can see me talking as well. Let's have a look at that one. And this one here, let's move that over slightly in the middle so we can see the main events. I'm going to zoom out as well and zoom out on that one. So let's zoom in and just slightly over. And that is it. Let's play. Maybe come up a little bit. And that is it. And we now have a short formatted vertical image film ready to go to upload to YouTube. So just press render. Call it whatever you want to call it. I usually call it the name Mercedes A-Shore. It's a short. Add to render queue and render. It will only take about a minute or so because it is so short. There we go. And then you can upload that as a short directly onto YouTube.
So there you go, you've now edited your short in the portrait format. Let's get it out there and get it into YouTube land. Very simple to do, and make sure when you're uploading your short that you follow these steps to be able to link your short that you've just created to the main event, to your main video. So go into YouTube Studio, which you'll have if you're a content creator, and you go to press create and go to upload videos. You can either drag or drop or just go and find the file yourself manually. So I keep all of my videos in one upload folder so I can find them easily. And I'm looking for my Mercedes radio short, which is this one here, and I select open. Just going to upload it. You can see that it's a short because it's already in that vertical format which we selected through the DaVinci software. So first of all, you've already uploaded the main long form video, and instead of you having to type out all the information again for the short, just simply use it, just reuse your long form video content. So you go into reuse details and you go and find that long form video. So here it is here, the Mercedes SL radio upgrade. I select that and it gives you an option of all the things that it wants to copy over. I just leave all the boxes ticked. That is your title, your description, your playlist, and importantly your tags, because that can take a bit of a pain to have to keep typing those out. So I've got things like Mercedes radio screen, Mercedes AMG, Mercedes SL radio replacement. So those are the sorts of things that I think people will go looking for when they do a little internet search. You don't need to change the title, you don't need to put the word short in there, you just simply press reuse. So you select reuse at the bottom. So you can see the title's gone in there, you've got the description as well, which not a lot of people put descriptions in the shorts, but by selecting reuse, because you've already put it on the long form content, you don't need to, it's all been copied over for you. Simply press next. And this is where you just need to select that there's no inappropriate language, there's no sensitive subjects, etc. Just say none of the above, of course, and submit the rating. Now this page here is the key one. This is where you want to link your short to your long form video. So you press next, and at the top there it says add related video. So you select add, and then you go and find your long form video, which is here, Mercedes SL. So I select that there. So now for the viewer, when they're watching the short, they'll be able to access the long form video at ease. Add subtitle, you can do that automatically, or you can add it manually, and that's what that option is there. And at the bottom there, tag products. Now I've got a shop, so I can go in and I can put some merchandise. I can select that t-shirt, I can select this bag, and I press done. And that's going to pop up on the short as a tiny little image on the left hand side at the bottom. Then you press next. It's already done its checks. There's no issues found, there's no copyright, etc. You simply press next, And this is where, make sure when you upload the short, I like to do it at the same time roughly that I've done the long form video. Also, it's a really important thing to do is actually make sure when you upload any video that you look at the key time that when all your viewers are online. And that will depend on the type of product that you have on your channel. For me, it's automotive, and I tend to find that I get most of my views from about 6 o'clock in the evening onwards. So to find that information, if I come out of that screen, let's show you. So head over to Analytics on the left hand side, and then at the top there go to Audience. It gives you a quick overview. I've got 14,000 returning viewers, which is great. I've got 66,000 unique viewers, and that's in the last 28 days, and it gives me my subscriber count as well. And if I scroll down slightly, obviously it shows me things like the top videos that performed in the last 28 days. But this one here, this little bar sort of graph, this is really important. And depending on the day of the week, and dependent on your channel content, depends on the demographic, and it depends on whether you're male or female, has all of that comes into it. And I'm finding that the majority of viewers are online on a Monday from about 5 o'clock onwards. Just hover over where the brightest of the bars are. Tuesday, it seems to be at 6 o'clock. And on a Friday, there's not many people online until about 9 o'clock at night. And that kind of makes sense because people kind of go out on a Friday night. Weekends has a slightly different trend to it as well. Slightly earlier, it's 5 o'clock on a Saturday, and then on a Sunday, it's around about 4 o'clock. So you can see, depending on the day, choose when you upload your video. And that's key. So going back to the short I've just uploaded, you can see it's sitting as unlisted, and that's absolutely fine. That's how I want it. And what I'll do is I'll select public tonight, when I get most of my viewers at 6 o'clock, and that will then get the most traffic to watch that YouTube short, which will also then tie in with the main form video. You can actually, if you're going to be busy, you can schedule it as well. I actually just like to do it on my phone. I just go to YouTube Studio on my phone, I press edit, and I go from being unlisted, I just literally click public and I press save, and then it's live. And then you can see straight away how many people are actually viewing it. It's quite exciting actually. So there you go, there's one little tip that I do. And you know, I love doing this sort of thing because on my channel is actually generally automotive. But in anything I do, I like to try and find an easier solution that saves time and effort. And doing this with the editing, you actually are killing two birds with one stone because you've got your short already created if you follow my method and how to do it. And remember, importantly, when you upload it, do it at the time that most of your viewers are online, and that way you get the most bang for your buck. You know, I've got loads of stuff on YouTube. I don't really do a lot of the things that I do in and around my channel because I generally are spending most of my time underneath a car. But I love to help people on the side, on the editing side of it, and there's plenty more little tips and tricks that I've discovered just over the years of using YouTube. I'm not a massive YouTuber, but I love doing it, I enjoy doing it, and if I can find a quicker, easier way of doing something in anything in and around working with YouTube Studio and DaVinci and the software, then I'll put it out there to try and help others, put a smile on your face. Thanks so much for getting to the end of this video. My name is GrooveOn, and I appreciate you watching, and if you subscribed. Bye for now.
Let's move on.